Last week I was doing some shredding on the farm and I popped in here to check these barns out. I looked right inside of this barn and there's a deer bedded in it midday. It jumped out that back window and there's a lot of tracks right here in the mud, so you can tell it's been going in there and bedding quite a bit. So I'm actually gonna put a camera in the barn to try to get some video of this deer going in there and finding a bed. There's a couple different flat spots where it looks like it's been bedding. There's a spot here, one here, and then over in that far corner, that's where it was bedded when I saw it. So I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna try to hopefully get it so I can get the deer coming in to the barn, and then if it goes over there in beds, I get that as well. I don't know if it's gonna be wide enough, but we'll try it out. The nice thing about this Pro camera is it has the screen on it, so I can actually see exactly where it's pointing and tell. It's like a security camera in here. The angle looks pretty good, so we'll see what happens. Okay. It's been a couple weeks since we put the camera out and there's been a lot of cool pictures coming in on my app, but before I show you those, I want to tell you about the giveaway. We're partnering with Tactacam Reveal to give away a brand new ultra camera, a battery belt, and a solar panel. And on top of that, we are throwing in another ultra camera. This is over a $600 value that we're giving away to one of you. To enter, go to bowonlyoutdoors.com, click on the store tab and purchase one of our hats to help support us. We really thank you for that. Every single hat purchased is an entry, one hat, one entry. So get entered to win this awesome package. All the official rules are in the description of this video. From the day this video posts, you have exactly 10 days to get your entry in. Best of luck to all of you. We're really excited to be partnering with Tactacam on this giveaway. Next up, let's go to the field and show you how we implement these cameras to find success. This bean plot's looking really good. Last time it was beans 2 years ago, I shot a really nice buck out of here in November. It was a super awesome hunt. Tag filled. He had me shaking bad when he was coming in. Oh, it just worked out perfect. Thank you, Lord. Hopefully we can repeat again this year. So I have not done this before, but I've heard it from a couple different people, and I'm excited to try this method out. If you ever run any sort of mineral, I prefer trophy rock. A lot of the time the deer hammer it, and then when it rains, like the minerals get all up in the soil and create a huge hole. The deer just keep pawing at it and eating the dirt, making a massive hole. And also another issue that sometimes you can have is not really an issue, being a little bit picky, but when you're trying to get buck pictures, the bucks are head down licking the rock and it's hard to really see their rack. So this little tip might help you out. Again, I've never tried it, so we're gonna try it out together today. But you take a piece of rebar or something stout like this. This one's actually a little shorter than I wanted, but it'll get the job done. And we're gonna take a drill bit and actually drill a hole in the rock and then set it right on top. Just like that. I call this the Lollipop Method. I think you know why. Perfect. Thanks. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, perfect. That actually looks really good. Look, nice. Ideally, I'd probably like it even a little bit higher, but that's still gonna keep their head, you know, 2 feet higher than it normally would. And it's out of the grass and vegetation and stuff. Coons are probably gonna climb all over that thing. The reason we chose this spot is because there's a bean field right in front of the camera. There's a bean field over here, and then there's a bean field over here, and there's a cornfield over here to add a little bit more. It's kind of coming out of this timber. We're back away from the timber a little bit, which is where pretty much all the deer are this time of year, late summer, and they're gonna be feeding out here. So this is a kind of a transition area between one field and another. There's a couple different roads coming together that I think the deer are gonna be using a lot. So this should be a sweet spot for getting a lot of inventory late summer, early fall, before season, before all the deer head back into the heavy cover. And this is a great spot for a solar panel as well, because we've got some open sky back here. Although there are a couple trees, the sun's gonna peek through probably 6 hours a day. So I could put this solar panel right on the back side and have long-lasting battery. I know Josh put a reveal solar panel up like a year ago with just AA batteries in it, and that thing's still going. So with this combination, this camera could last a long time without me having to come in here and change batteries. We're deep in the timber, back in the sanctuary here. There's usually a really good scrape right out in front of me. This would be an absolutely perfect spot to use the battery belt. Since this lasts about 3 times as long as a normal lithium battery, I can put this right around the tree and I won't have to worry about coming back in here and changing batteries in the middle of the season or middle of the rut when all the bucks are in here. Those big mature bucks would not like that pressure, so this really allows me to see what's in here but keep the pressure off. There's just a lot of tree cover, so a solar might not be the best option here, but this battery belt gives me the option to not have to penetrate into the sanctuary and disturb the deer. Pretty awesome feature. This scrape gets absolutely hammered, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes back in here. There's been a lot of big bucks hitting this scrape over the past couple of years. The reason this particular spot's really good is because there's kind of a drainage back here, a ditch that the deer do not want to cross. Over here is a ridge, and then back here is deep timber in a ridge. Over here is the ag. So a lot of the deer are coming right along the edge of this ridge. With, say, a north wind like this, they can smell everything on top. They're right on the edge, then boom, hit the scrape, and then they can go out, vice versa, in the morning. So really cool spot. Like I said, it's been super productive. I have one more trick I want to show you guys when we put this last camera up, but before we do that, check out these barn pictures. This is awesome. There's been multiple different deer coming into this barn, a nice buck, a couple different does. This is pretty awesome. This buck's brows are so nice. Although it was still early July, I think this buck could fill out really nicely. You can tell because the deer are coming in here midday, they're just very relaxed, almost half asleep, kinda. Normally they'd be bedded down this time of day, but you can tell they're coming into this barn looking for shade, probably trying to get out of the bugs because there's not near as many bugs in this barn. As you can kind of see on the back of that buck's ears, there's a lot of ticks that they're just trying to get away from. Just pretty cool to see something like this. I just haven't seen anything like it. Oh man, look at that thing. What a nice buck. Probably still a little bit young, but he's got a lot of potential.
All right, check this out. I did not put any feed in here. Look at this. This doe picks up an old piece of paper or something that's probably been laying in there 50 years and eats it. What in the world? I did not put any food in here whatsoever. That's just an old piece of paper that was laying there. Little spike buck. It's got a little room to grow yet. Give him about 4 or 5 more years. Pretty cool how many different deer came in here, at least probably 6, 7, 8 different deer over a few week period. No deer bedded down, but pretty cool to see so many of them come in and out. And then here at the end, just a little fawn coming in.
That's one of the coolest things I've seen out in the woods in a long time. If you've ever seen a deer in a barn like that, or maybe even something more wild, comment that down below. I'd love to hear your story. Now let's get this camera up and I want to show you this tip. What I like to do is take my phone out and put it right on a flat spot of the camera, try to get the level right, take a picture, and then I can look at the picture and see exactly where that's angled. I can move it, adjust it up or down, side to side. That's a really quick way to get the angle right, and then I can go into the app and adjust it even further from there. Do not forget, get entered to win the Tactacam Reveal giveaway. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see you on the next one.